All right, on the 5A part 3 notes, this is going to be writing a quadratic equation given 3 points. On the 5A part 2, we talked about doing it with a vertex and a point, getting our A. If we're given 3 points, we need to write it in standard form with ax squared plus bx plus c, okay? And we're going to do that by going back to a 3 by 3 matrix back from our Unit 3 notes. So we can look back at our 3G Part 2 notes to set up matrices. I'm going to go over these again here as well. But the 3G Part 2 notes is where we sort of first learn matrices, okay? So what we're going to do is, if we're given 3 points, each point is an x and a y, okay? So each point is an x and a y, and the whole purpose to writing the equation is to find our 3 variables a, b, and c. All right. So how we're going to do that is we're going to take our standard form equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals y. We're going to plug in x and y 3 different times. So we're going to plug in each of those coordinates one time. Okay. So if we're looking at our first point of -1, -3, we'll do a times -1 squared plus b times -1 plus c equals our y value, which is -3. Okay, so all we're doing is we're taking our ax squared plus bx plus c equals y, and I put the y over here on the right hand side, and plugged in our x and our y value accordingly. Okay, our next coordinate is 0, -4, so let's repeat. So we'll have a times 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c equals -4. And then we'll repeat it one more time for our last point, 2, 6. So a times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c equals 6. Okay, so we took our standard form of the equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals y, and we plugged in our 3 points, which is our 3 xy combinations right there. All right, so if we rewrite the top equation right there, what we're really going to have, -1 squared is 1, so that's really 1a. B times -1 is going to be -1b plus 1c equals -3. Even though the 0 is going to kind of cancel the stuff out, I want to leave it in there just for the sake of our matrices here. So 0 squared a is going to be 0a plus 0b plus 1c is equal to -4. There. Okay, lastly, 2 squared is 4, so we're going to have 4a, b times 2, so plus 2b, plus 1c again is equal to 6. Okay, hopefully y'all are with me so far. So, here we just took standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c, plugged in our 3 coordinates that they gave us up top. Okay, -1, -3, 0, -4, 2, 6. All right. So we rewrite those once we plug in the x and the y there. And so now what we have is we have two matrices right here, okay? And so how the matrices are going to work, if you all recall, is our A matrix is going to be a 3 by 3 with all these numbers. So we're going to have 1, -1, 1, 0, 0, 1, and then 4, 2, 1. That's going to be our A matrix, which is going to be that. That's going to be our A matrix. Over here, we're going to have our B matrix. Of -3, -4, 6. Like that. Make sure we take a minute and copy that down. I'm going to take a picture of this so we can go over to our matrix calculator here. Okay. And so when we go to our matrix calculator, in order to find this thing, what we're going to do is we have to do, again, the same thing we did on 3G part 2. We're going to do the inverse of A times B. Okay, the inverse of matrix A times B. So the matrix calculator is linked up top there. And so let's head over to the matrix calculator. So we're going to have a new matrix. It's going to be 3 by 3. And so we're going to have 1, -1, 1, and 0, 0, 1, and 4, 2, 1. It's going to be our matrix A. Our next matrix, matrix B, is going to be 3 by 1, which is -3, -4, 6. Okay. And once we have those matrices written again, we're going to do the inverse of matrix A times matrix B. Okay. The inverse of matrix A times matrix B. So we're going to hit A, inverse button, times B. And there's our three numbers right there, 2, 1, -4. Okay. And I'm going to stay on this note sheet for to keep it simple. So what's going to happen when we have those 3 points? Okay. So if we have a quadratic with a point of it was 1, let's see, -1, -3, and we had 0, -4, 2, 6. So this is our quadratic. These are our 3 original points that we plugged in there. And we're trying to find the actual equation. We're trying to find our little a, little b, little c. Well, our little a is going to be 2. Our little b is going to be 1. Our little c is going to be -4. So when we write the equation, it's going to be 2x squared plus 1x minus 4. Okay, because that's what our little a, little b, and little c are once we do our little matrix calculator to calculate that out. Okay, so if we have 3 points, okay, if we have 3 points, any 3 points, we can find out what quadratic function goes through those 3 points by turning it into a 3 by 3 system. okay, by turning it into a 3 by 3 system and doing matrices like we did on 3G part 2 in order to find our coefficients of A, B, and C right there, and we did. And so now we have y equals 2x squared plus 1x minus 4, and we're done. Kind of a simple process, okay? So there's 3 or 4 more problems on 5A part 3, so we can look at another one if you like. If not, then we can do them together if you need to. Otherwise, you can just get them done on your own. And that'll be that. You guys have a good day, and let me know if you need any help.